Last night the Spurs beat the Miami Heat.
You knew we'd get to them, Beads.
No big deal. We don't even talk about that game, quite frankly. What we are going to talk about, however, is the man, the myth, the legend, Wemby, going out there and telling the world why he should be MVP. Here he is.
3 arguments.
Yeah.
My first one would be that defense is 50% of the game, and that it is undervalued so far in the MVP race. Because I believe I'm the most impactful player defensively in the league. Second argument would be that we almost swept OKC in the season, and we dominated them 3 times with their real team and 4 times with more rotation players. And my third argument would be that offense impact is not just points.
Well, ain't this something new to see? A player out there telling you why he should win this thing. How are we feeling about this? Because obviously I love it.
I'm a little torn. I feel like most star players would just kind of deflect and be like, you know what, I don't care about that. I care about making a championship push and not actually answer the question. Now, on the flip side,
respect.
He wants it. Yeah, like he just like he plays harder in the All-Star game than anyone else, just like he prepares differently than everyone else. He wants the MVP, and he knows this is an offensive league, and he provides a defensive, production level that no one else does, which does give him the edge. I love the fact that he talks about the reason he should get MVP just because they dominate the Thunder,
by the way,
which is just a crazy zinger out of.
He had to sort of on the spot, like, put a little diplomacy into it, because first he said the real team, and then he went, that was
crazy. Like, part of his pitch is that they beat them in the regular season.
How he said it the first time.
He fixed it a little bit.
I think it's unique and different because we've never seen a player really
in touch with his emotions
himself and talk about it. You usually let the coach do that or his teammates do that, and you focus on winning and game by game. He was just honest, like, yeah, this is why I should win it. Listen up.
I'm awesome.
We're better than the best team. We dominate the best team. I'm the best defensive player in the world, and I can score. Is basically what he said. And by the way, check.
He's not
doing it. He's
not playing the too cool for school thing that I think a lot of, in sports especially, like, people do lose. So I don't know. Did it rub you the wrong way, or do you like it?
No, I love it. I'm not mad at it at all. And he had valid points. Only pushback I would have for him is, offensively, yeah, your impact is more than just scoring. But, man, there's some guys out there that's really, really scoring that basketball. They really score that basketball. And so everything else he said was valid. I respect it. Unfortunately, that's just not how the league works. It's a totality of everything. And he's been impactful on the offensive and defensive end. But then once you take the numbers aside, you start talking about, well, how does that impact winning? Yes, he's beat OKC and he's dominated them this season, but that still lands him and his team behind them, right? And so you also got to consider that part. You got to consider Detroit, what they've been able to do on the other conference with the expectation level that we had for them. So all of these things being considered in this argument, but for him personally as an individual, he made very valid points. I have no problem.
But you know what also is interesting? He is great, and he's the best defensive player in the NBA. The Spurs are third in defense. You know who's number 1?
Who?
That team that he's talking about that they keep beating 3 times.
The one they dominate?
There you go.
So it ain't like SGA is a bad defender. It's not like that team. That team clamps too, and they are a better defensive team than the San Antonio Spurs too. Yes, they've had their number in the regular season, sure. But this is, this is chalkboard material.
Sure.
Not that the Thunder need it, but this is just another kind of saga in the Wemby, Chet, Oklahoma City Thunder beat.
Who?
That I love. But I think, I love the fact that he owns it and he wants it. Again, this reminds me of the All-Star Weekend thing. He cares. He approaches this differently. Like, he's not too cool for school to be like, I don't care about MVP.
He's so chill.
When we all care about it. We all want to make All-Star.
Now we have to get this matchup.
I was going to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, if we don't get OKC San Antonio,
how bummed? Now.
Like, I'll be depressed. I'll actually be depressed.
Not only would I be bummed, I'd be really surprised.
I'm gonna up
I love
the
it though. For a guy who doesn't speak a lot and doesn't make a lot of waves with his words, I love the fact that he was transparent and he was honest and he made a case for himself and he didn't back down. in an industry where guys are always playing too cool for school and humble and, don't really want to take credit for what their impact is. I love the fact that he said, I'm the best defensive player out there. I impact scoring in different ways than just scoring a basketball. I make it easier for everybody else around me. And that team that y'all love so much, we've whooped their ass a number of times too. So what's the problem? I want to be the MVP. I love the fact that we see this from him, and he was able to say it in the way that he did.
My heart it grows.
He has like a really intelligent way of like.
I love it. He actually
By the way, also this is not his, and he does it. It's not even his first language.
He'll like talk about how a team's not very complex to guard. It's just it's so rude, but so true.
Anything. So this is not even his first.
It's not even his first. Go to France and try to be like do the opposite, dude. This dude he's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, he's got like intelligent burns though. Like it's
yes, he's an intellectual.
Yeah, the way he.
Oh God, he should run for president.
Do you think I love him too much? Let's talk about it. Do I love Wemby too much?
Yes.
Just like
and the Spurs in general.
We'll discuss it in the break. We'll come back with more run about. I think it's the perfect amount of love.
It's obsessive.
Lou, which I think is terrifying as we enter this playoff run.
Yeah, you know what's weird to me? It feels like it's been a quiet year for OKC. Am I wrong for saying that? Like, it feels like it's been quiet, right? And I think they've just been loading up and getting ready for a postseason run. As a player, I remember when I would have, like, good playoff runs and the regular season started back up, I was dreading. I'm like, man, let's get back to the fun. Let's get back to the action where it matters. Let's get back to the postseason. It feels like the Thunder, they're just waiting for the postseason to start so they can have another coming out party. And everything that they've done in this regular season is just getting them prepared for it. I still feel like they have another gear that they can tap into and another level that they can play. And now you just added Jalen Williams back to the lineup, and he got a legitimate 2 or 3 weeks to get his rhythm back and get a groove back. And last night was a great start for him. 18-6 ain't nothing shabby. It ain't his greatest stat line, but you like to see that when a guy returning that he fits back in seamlessly. And then you got Jared McCain. You go get him in a trade, and he's able to go get his revenge win there. And that's another guy that's added to your depth chart that's going to give you an opportunity to go compete for another championship. So I'm excited to see this team. I'm excited to see them healthy and in one piece and see what they can do in the postseason. We know that they have a high expectation level of success and wanting to win a championship. And it looks like they're all systems go. They got everything in place for them to have an opportunity to do so.
It does just feel like this team's just been able to coast all year long. Like, we've loved talking about how good the Spurs are going to be and which teams are going to be able to compete against the Thunder. And they started off with that historic start, and then they kind of went to that little route where we realized that they are human. But they've also just been able to, like Lou just said, they've been able to rest guys every single night. We've rarely seen this team whole playing like their real playoff rotations.
Did you see the number?
Going to have.
SGA, Jalen, and Shai have missed 67 games combined.
It's crazy, and they're still just runaway.
They're still the best team.
Best team in the NBA and the favorite to win it all. And like they are still, and what, 4 of those lost, 3 of those losses are to San Antonio.
Ding dong.
So it's like this team has still found a way to dominate without having usage rate and minutes through the roof, with being able to pick and choose guys, with being able to develop guys and giving these guys like Isaiah Joe and Wiggins and now Jared McCain this opportunity that most 9, 10, 11, 12th men on rosters don't get during a season. So this is obviously another win for them. And I mean, the 76ers, no Embiid, no Paul George, no Grimes, they have no chance of winning with against this team. But I just like how the Thunder just handle business regardless who plays for them, regardless who they're playing. They are the same just soldier that night, and they just go about their business and they win games.
You mentioned the Jared McCain. We are a Jared McCain fan show here. 13 points off the bench in his revenge game. Back-to-back threes that got a nice little reaction out of Tyrese Maxey. I mean, from a Philly, that's just funny actually. From a Philly standpoint, that's like the worst trade of the deadline, right? Like, that's a really good moment that's caught on tape.
It's great. And that feels really good to go back there and just kind of stick it to them and dominate their team by 20. But this is what I don't understand. I think GM's trying to overthink certain scenarios sometimes.
Interesting.
Like I know he got traded for 2 second-round picks, I think a first-round. Like, you wish those picks turned into a Jared McCain. And right now, he's so young. He's not even close to his prime. He's coming off an injury. You never even gave him time to get fully healthy. And you just ship him off to the best team in the NBA
he does
picks
win.
that could potentially become a player of his caliber. Like, that's where I get a little confused on why these guys just give up on these players that are so talented and so young so early for the potential of these assets that could be valuable, but they also could be terrible, and they could be playing in China in 2 years after they don't pan out.
No.
Jared McCain is a stud, and you got off him for 3 lousy picks. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
It's the what's behind door number 1 versus what
it's
you
just
have.
Like, you're not
hand.
happy enough with what you got. You got to shake it up and try to get some assets for the future, but they could probably not going to turn out as good as the present.
As a former second-round pick, I say shake it up a little bit. Let's see what's out there.
Well,
Really?
for like a guy like this, think about it, Lou. Like, wouldn't you love if either of those picks turned into Jared McCain? Like, they're probably like, it's just
You hope.
Or Manu Ginobili. Who knows? Who knows what's behind door number 2? You shoot your shot. I don't know.
That's the
And
gamble.
also, like, Philly, like, they're always hurt, they're always banged up. Paul George is older, Joel Embiid's older. Like, don't you want to build around like a Jared McCain?
Well, can I ask you about the revenge
giving him
aspect?
to the
I see it
best
both
team?
ways. I don't know. I see it both ways, Chandler.
I just thought he was like a building block for the future with VJ,
so
with
too.
Maxey. Like, now they have some of the best backcourt in the NBA with those 3 guys. You can just ship one off for 3 picks that could be good.
Can I ask you guys revenge of this? Because this one feels different to me because he was traded, yes, and that probably hurt your feelings, and maybe you love the city, but you're traded to the best team in the league.